Welcome there guys to Java Space. In this video I want us to talk about JDK dynamic proxies versus CGLIB proxies while still on AOP. So you might be wondering, what is a proxy? A proxy is an enhanced class, a class that stands in place of another class, or you can say an original class. And this class that is standing in place of another class has some added behavior. It then becomes public facing, which means that calls that were meant to go to the original class must pass through the proxy first. You can almost think of it as a gateway for better understanding. So in Spring, proxy objects can be JDK dynamic proxies or CGLIB proxies. By default, the proxy objects are JDK dynamic proxies, and the object being proxied must implement an interface that is also implemented by the proxy object, which means if that proxied object does not implement an interface, then it's not possible to have a JDK dynamic proxy. And we then have what we call CGLIB proxies. So if a library like CGLIB proxies can create proxies by subclassing, as I said, so an interface is not needed. So that means that if your class is implementing an interface, Spring will create a JDK dynamic proxy. But if it's not, it will create a CGLIB proxy. And JDK dynamic proxy is not a Spring concept, it's a Java concept. So the target object is effectively wrapped at runtime into a generated object that either implements the same interfaces that the target object class does, or extends the class of the target object. So Spring AOP is also non-invasive. It was developed to keep AOP components separate. So Aspect J versus Spring AOP. Aspect J uses bytecode injection, modifies the bytecode when you load the class into the class loader, whereas Spring AOP uses dynamic proxies for aspect weaving. So the bytecode of the target object is not affected in any way.